Hey guys, how's it going? Today I've got some new items. Just pop that on there a minute. I've got some new items for my everyday carry bag. This is the bag that I take with me whenever I go off exploring. Generally having a little bit of a wander around. So today I went into town and I picked up a few more bits and bobs. So I've never taken it seriously, but I've seen a whole bunch of videos on YouTube of people sort of filling their packs with all this really good stuff, and I thought, you know what, I'm actually not carrying that much stuff. I really could do with having a few other bits and bobs just to be on the safe side. So I've spent just under 20 quid today. I think it was about £18 that I've spent in total today. I picked up a flashlight. I don't have a torch with me. I used to many years ago when I used to do this sort of thing. I used to carry a torch. This is a lamp torch. It's 270 lumens on the lamp and 90 lumens on the torch. Came with batteries and the AAA batteries. It's quite light, and that was about £2 from Home Bargains. This nightlight LED headlamp. These, well, I don't know about this particular brand, but I used to have a couple of headlamps in the past which were CK, and they were about a tenner each, £12.99 each, something like that, and they were really good headlamps. They only took one battery, and they were brilliant, but after about a year, 2 years, they just completely fell apart, completely disintegrated, and was absolutely useless. This was about £3. This is 180 lumens. I think having a headlamp torch is a really smart thing to have. Very useful. What else did I get from Home Bargains? And these tip and zip bags. These they're not necessarily a Ziploc bag as far as I'm aware. They are just sort of like a push fit seal. There might be a zip. I don't remember them having a zip. It does say a zip. Tip and zip. I don't remember. Let's have a crack them up and have a look. But these are Crackin. I've used these in the past. The good thing about these is they seal really well. No, there's no zip. There's no zip on there. But they're really thick, heavy duty, and they seal really well. And they almost have a stand on the bottom. When you fill these up, they just stand, and I'd much rather have this. They're a lot more reliable and a lot more resistant to breaking than the standard Ziploc bags. I always have trouble with them. They always break on me. So I got some of these. I also picked up a tin of Vaseline. This ended up being about £1, I think. I think it said it was about 79p, but on the receipt it says it's about £1. These were about the same. These are about 80p up to £1. Vaseline, absolutely fantastic. Really useful. It's not. It says on here it's for soothes dry lips. I've probably got dry lips right now. They do feel a little dry, but it's also good for your skin. It's great for lighting fires. It's really good for lubricating stuff as well, and yeah. So really useful little thing to have. Cohesive bandage. These are absolutely fantastic. Really clever. If you've never used one of these before, it's basically a bandage that sticks to itself. You pull it really tight, and it just sort of glues itself together, and then you can just tear it off. Reusable, really good. That was about £1 as well. Hygienic gel. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. I got 3 of them here for £1. I won't carry all 3. It's too heavy. 1 is plenty. There's absolutely tons in here. This is a fantastic sanitizer. You can obviously use it for washing and cleaning certain stuff, and you can use it for lighting fires. This stuff is great for lighting fires, so do not rub this on your hands when you're doing a fire, because your hands will catch fire. I think that was it for, oh no, and these, just laces. These were 39p, 100cm laces each, and well, it's just extra cordage, plus they've got the little, I don't know what you call those little sealed things on the ends that you push through the eyelets, but really handy to have a little bit extra cordage. Oh yes, I think this is the last thing on the list. This is the last thing from Home Bargains. This is from Lakescape, and this is just an aluminium water bottle. It was £1.50. Needs washing, but yeah, got a water bottle now. I used to just take a little plastic one with me, but now I've got a proper one, and it's got a carabiner as well, a little aluminium carabiner. That was the one thing I wasn't able to pick up today, was carabiners. I'd really like to have gotten some carabiners. Pound stretcher, I got this trowel, little plastic trowel. Now I'm sorry I can't see, but I do apologise if the focus is going nuts. Right now, I've explained before in other videos, I can't do anything about it, I can't turn it off, and the camera gets very twitchy sometimes. But this is great for scraping leaves, stuff like that. If you've got to dig a hole. It's even got a little measure, I was going to say tape measure, but it's a little ruler or rule inside, 4 inches, 10 centimetres. You can even pop the top off this, and it's hollow inside, so you could do some Rambo stuff and shove some fishing stuff in there. I'm not going to do that because I don't mind sea fish. I'll happily eat sea fish, but where I live there's no sea, so because we live in the Midlands in Shropshire, so I don't do river fish. All the river fish that I've tried are bloody awful, plus you've got to have a licence anyway for river fishing, whereas you don't for sea fishing. Right, what else was found? Ah yes, some square containers. There's 3 of these. They're a good size, they're nice and lightweight, and they're pretty sturdy. 3 of these was £1.29, so use those to store my stuff in. Then I was at the pound shop. In the pound shop I got a little hip flask. You can store water in here if you want as emergency backup, or you can fill it with liquor. It's entirely up to you. Don't forget, liquor's just not for drinking, you can also use it to start fires. 4-pack of hand warmers, £1. Oh, that distiller was £1, by the way. Distiller. I meant hip flask. And these little clamps, these are really, really good little clamps, very lightweight. These will come in handy for sure, no question about it. So I got these as well, they were £1. Over at Wilkinson's, for £2.50, you can take a little bag like this and you can fill it with nuts, bolts, screws, etc, etc. They didn't have a lot of choice when I was there today, but I won't take all of this with me. I'll only take some of it. The rest of this can go in my nuts and bolts tin that I've got over there. But yeah, there's some hooks in here, some eyelets, some screws, some washers, all different size washers, different size screws, some bolts in here as well, some wing nuts. A lot of really cool stuff, a lot of handy stuff, especially the eyelets and the hooks. If you're in an emergency situation, you screw these into a tree or some wood, and you can hang, you know, you can create a shelter. If you've got a poncho or whatever like that, you can create a nice easy shelter. Now obviously you shouldn't screw things into trees and whatever, but in an emergency situation you've got to do what you've got to do. And then last thing on the list, plastic chopping board. Got a dark blue one, very, very useful piece of kit. I got this because in the back of my bag there is a little pouch which you use for keeping a laptop. Most modern backpacks have a little laptop compartment. Can't really fit much else in there, so I thought, well, I'll put a chopping board in the back there, and you can use that as a bit of a table to rest on. You can use it for just putting it on the ground and you're able to put your stuff on it, so you can see where they are and don't get wet and dirty. Use it for writing, or rest a book or drawing or whatever, a pad. You know, nice, easy, lightweight, and it offers a bit of back protection as well. You know, it just goes in the back of your backpack. You've got the foam there as well, so if you fall over, which is probably unlikely, but if you do fall backwards, it'll give you a little bit of protection, I imagine. Anyway, we'll have to test it out. But yeah, so that's it. That's all of that I think was about £18. It was definitely under £20, that's for sure. So it's a pretty good haul, and I'll add that to the rest of my backpack. Thank you very much.